Well, it's a beautiful night in southern Ontario. I just came out here. I'm going to take the dogs for a run, and yeah, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. I was actually looking right over here. I think there's a turkey right there in that field. Today's the opening day for turkey in Ontario. I wasn't able to make it out this morning, but a couple buddies did, and I saw a couple get a couple birds down, and one guy saw one, and he's gonna head out Saturday. He asked me to go, so I might be doing that. I'm gonna go film him if I do go, so maybe you'll see that on the channel. I've been running around like crazy today. I had to go to a co-op after work, get some Roundup. Gonna spray the food plot, and then I had to put all my stuff back in the garage because I just got the floor poured. So got it all ready. Left that spot back there clear because I'm gonna fill that with bear bait on Friday. So that'll be pretty good. Fill it up full of corn. Gonna go to the grain elevator. Might make a video of that too. Might bring you guys along for that. But anyways, it's starting to get a little bit dark, so we'll go collar up the dogs and get at it. Ready, Ella? Just wait for Ivor. He's gonna let out a big beller. He gets pretty excited. Come on, Clyde. Ivor. Get in there. Ayla, Clyde, come here. Ayla. Ayla, come here. Hold up. Hey, Clyde, get in there. A little bit of a struggle getting the dogs in the truck today. Ayla's just coming out of heat, which is pretty good actually, because then she won't really have the risk of her coming in when bear season's on. It opens up next week, so yeah, Clyde was sniffing around a little bit, didn't want to go in the dog box, but yeah, I'm pumped. Bear season opens up, and gonna go up and check the baits this week, see if any are hit or which ones are hit, so I kind of know where to go next weekend when it is open. And yeah, I'll be sure to bring you guys along for that. see which baits are hit, put out a little bit more bait, maybe spray some scent up in the trees and stuff, and yeah, see how it goes. I'm pumped, can't wait to get going. I usually just drive down the road here to a little side road that's a little less busy to run the dogs, and then I just let them out of the box and let them run behind the truck. By now. Yeah, I just usually let them out. They know the drill, they start running in front of the truck. I get ahead of them so that I can see any cars coming, and I just watch them in the mirror and make sure they're all coming. And they still are. And then I always put the GPS trackers on. Oh, there's turkey strutting right there. Big Tom. About 250 yards away. I have seen them around here before, so no doubt. Yeah, and then when a car comes, I usually just stop the truck, I get out, and I either tell the dogs to get in the box or I grab all their collars and then wait for the car to go by and continue on my way. So, one thing I'm gonna get going is the food plot. It's kind of near my house. What I have in there, I had a perennial annual mix. There's clover in it, but then there was a bunch of brassicas, and the deer just didn't really touch it last year. I don't know if it's because like it was a new food source or like if they just didn't like what was planted. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna kill off all the weeds, I'm gonna till it under once they're dead, and because there's just like some grass that's growing back up in there now, so I'm gonna kill it all off, till it under, and then I'm debating what I should plant, because I thought I could plant beans maybe, because the deer like to eat the leaves off those all summer, and then once they harden up and the leaves drop and they dry out, I'll just leave them standing, and the deer surely like that. It keeps it up out of the snow, and that'll kind of give me some feed for late season. It wouldn't do too much, I don't think, for like October or November. It might hit it in November once the snow starts falling, it gets cold, but so I'm not really sure what to do in there. If you guys have any input, leave it in the comments. Tell me what seed mixes you've used and what you've had success with, especially if you're in Ontario, because it seems like all the guys in the States can plant anything or feed anything and they get deer on it, but the deer here are picky. You put out corn and sometimes they don't even hammer that. So I don't know, we'll see. There was a ton of bucks in there last year, so I'm almost debating, it was the last week of October, I think there was like 5 different shooter bucks in there, so I'm almost debating taking that week off and just bow hunting, because there were so many different deer there. And then when the rut came, they kind of disappeared. Like there was one that came around, I think at daylight. He was a real nice 10-pointer. I posted him up on my Instagram, but a real nice 10-pointer that came around at like 9 o'clock one of the days. Oh, Clyde, get out of the ditch. It's pretty good if we're just cruising along and they get distracted on the scent or something. They got them trained up now where you just hit the tone button, it gives their collar a little beep, and they just start coming. So I just saw Clyde dive into the ditch there. I don't know what he smelled, but he smelled something, so toned him and he comes right away. He's trained up pretty good. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of what's going on in my hunting world right now. like I said earlier at the start of the video, a buddy asked me to go out turkey hunting with him on Saturday. He said there's a farm that he's going to go to, and there's a few of them going, but they've got a bunch of birds that are hanging around, and so I don't know, I might do that, but work has been kind of killing me lately. I need a day to sleep in. I haven't slept in past, I don't know, 5 or 6 in the last few weeks, and I feel like that'd do me some good right now. And I'm kind of focused on the bears. I probably won't do too much turkey hunting at all. I'm just going to focus on bears and keep that rocking. Get the dogs out lots and have some fun, because I think if I went turkey hunting a few of the weekends, I'd just be sitting out there in the turkey woods wishing I was bear hunting. So I think that's just what I'm going to do. So I usually let the dogs run behind the truck for, I think it's a total of around 10K or something like that. I just cruise along, hopefully no cars come, and that makes my life easier, because it always worries me when cars start coming. I don't know. Plus people sometimes get mad. I don't know why you'd ever get mad at that. I just think they should relax, but sometimes they get a little upset that you're just running your dogs randomly on the road. I just think they're uptight, so I don't worry about it, and I do it anyway. But yeah, I run them for like 10 kilometers, and one of the things I found that was interesting, you just think, oh, that's great for them, right? They're an endurance athlete, basically. You're giving them long distance runs, getting them in shape, getting their cardio up, getting their muscle toned up. But the one thing that I learned from another guy, and I never really thought about it, is yeah, it is great and it helps them a lot. It gives them a mental break. It gets them out and moving, gets them in shape, gets them working. Definitely helps a lot. But it isn't the same as running through the bush. They get a lot more muscled up when you're running them in the bush. Like, so nothing really compares to hunting them. If you want to have them in really good shape, you got to be running them all the time on game. And that's the whole thing about it, I think. God, ever get out of there, you bugger. That's the whole thing about it. I think most of these guys that hunt with dogs, like, I'm new to it, right? They do it so often because they get obsessed with constantly trying to get better at it. And to get better at it, the only answer is to go more. So that's what these guys do. They end up beating the shit out of their trucks, their quads, spending a bunch of money on it. And it's crazy the amount of money you could spend in this sport when all you get really in the end is a bunch of dogs that are good at chasing stuff and you look like a redneck. But that's all right, it's all fun. So I've been loving it so far. But anyways, the dogs are getting their run tonight. It's a beauty night, getting some bait tomorrow. Gonna maybe go turkey hunting. Gonna go up, check the bear baits. Gonna get a bunch of work done at home, because for the next month and a half I'm probably gonna be gone every weekend, every chance I get to go bear hunting. And we got a week-long trip scheduled June 1st, so we're gonna be filming all of that. So that'll be coming up. And yeah, that's about all I got to say. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep cruising with the hounds.